Okay, welcome back to one more session on the lean RCM. Okay, how to improve the lean methodology, how to use lean methodology to improve the RCM. See, what we are trying to do here is implementing the lean method in RCM process. What we are trying to do is the input and what output I need. See, for example, my input is a charge entry, encounter, or invoicing, what I'm going to do into the PMS, and it is going to the payer processing, and my output should be the payment. I don't want to see any denial. That's what our target is, right? If we are able to get everything in this flow, your AR will become a waste, right? If you consider lean, the AR itself is a waste, right? So we cannot work after denial is coming in. We have to work prior to the denial is coming wherever is possible. I'm saying that 100% is not possible, but some area we have to pitch in and then complete it. So that's our thought. That's what we are driving towards this particular training. And now what we are going to do here is we are going to take one denial. We already covered two denials in the process. Missing info we already covered. Eligibility denial we covered. So now there's also the hospice we covered previously. See, now we're going to start the new denial session, which is related to coding, right? You know very well, coding is our major headache, right? We will get a lot of problem in our coding denial itself, right? See how the coding denial is happening. See, for example, this my process is starting, right? See, when I get a denial, denied for coding related, what I'll do, I'll go and then check my denial code. First, I'll go here, okay? See, whenever there is a coding, what we are doing after denial, I'm getting a corrected claim, and then I rebuild the claim, and then I'm getting a payment. This is what our flow is. This is a normal flow. I'm just breaking down by the another detail here. Okay, when I get a denial on coding, I'll check the denial code and check the subcategory and check the denial SOP, what action I have to do. I'll do a corrected claim, and then I'll do follow, and then I'll get a payment. This is what we are following now. See, if you implement lean, how it should move ahead, right? There's a coding. I'm saying that there's a lean way. So how I need to do the same flow? I'm getting a coding related denial, checking the code, and then subcategory, SOP. Here only I'm starting my lean. See, after checking my denial SOP, what I need to do, I take my feedback and then go to the charge entry team, right? The edit need to be placed here and make sure everything is addressed in a proper way. Here only we'll start the lean, right? And then pre-billing audit. That's what we discussed in previous videos. I'll again touch based on that, the pre-billing audit, how we are going to do. And we can send all the correct information in the first shot. See, the lean talked about don't waste, right? I identified the error, fine. How I'm going to stop it before it occurs. That's what our target is. Can we do it in coding? If you ask me, yes, definitely we can do in coding. There is a lot of options are available. The only challenge is you have to give a right feedback to your charge entry team as well as to your coding team. Some may ask, right, coding is not in my control, right? It is done by the client. In that scenario, what I'll do? You go back to the client and then say that these are all my major denial I'm getting from the coding side. Okay, how can I correct it? Right? That's the way you have to take it back to the client. And then that's what client is also expecting, right? Working on denial again and again and again is not going to solve your problem, right? This is the lean way of solving the problem. Okay, I got a pulse. How to work on? Okay, how many coding denials are there, right? So I'm going to share, open the Excel sheet. Okay, if you're not able to see that, please let me know. I will share it again. Okay, can you see the Excel sheet?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I hope everyone's seeing the Excel sheet. Okay, so here what I did is I just categorized my denial code into 3 different ways because every PMS will give a different report and my classification is related to coding and I subcategorize it and I had given the denial description and the reason for the denial and then what analysis required, what reference you have to check, everything I had given here and I embedded in the PDF PPT itself, right? And then when you get that in the WhatsApp, you can download and then you can keep it for your reference, right? See, when I talk about the coding, these are all our major challenges. Okay, non-covered service and then inclusive. These are all the types you guys know very well. I don't want to go read out this. So first we'll take a non-covered service, right? So you know what is non-covered service, right? What we need to do for a non-covered service. So there are usually when I say that non-covered service, we'll talk about 2, right? One is provider related, other one is patient related. Good, right? We know that. why it is non-covered. See, for example, your team is doing eligibility verification, AVBV is in your process. Then no single claim should be denied for my not covered service, right? I'm checking the benefit verification through my eligibility team. Why I'm getting this particular thing? Is it a lien or not? So I have to stop this, right? When the EVBV team is checking, still I'm getting non-covered service there. I need to do something there, right? I have to go on and repair that particular process, right? That is one thing that is related to benefit verification. And second thing, what will happen is we will build a diagnosis codes, right? That diagnosis code create a problem, right? Why non-covered service is mostly related to non-covered service. See, for example, we have a code called LCD and then NCD, right? LCD policies and then NCD policies we have, right? What that LCD policy says, right? I think you know very well. I'm just refreshing the knowledge, right? When the Medicare, what it's saying is for every procedure, okay, there will be a affiliated diagnosis code, right? See, when this diagnosis code is there, then only you can do a procedure. We'll take very simple example. For example, if a doctor is going to do a surgery for a headache, do you think it is an appropriate? It's a non-covered service, right? They will not going to pay for that. This is the major thing. What is going to happen? See, what the lean methodology, what we are talking about here is when the claim is denied as a non-covered service, first you decide, is it related to coding or is it related to your provider credentialing? Okay, is it related to credential? These two things you have to be very, very careful. For example, if you send the credentialing related problem to your coding team, they cannot solve it, right? This will become another one more waste for a different transport, right? You are sending a transportation of a claim. Instead of credentialing, you're sending to coding. Again, it will get denied. So now you understand. See, first I'll go to coding, then I'll come to credential. If anything related to coding, okay, first one, what we need to do is first check the diagnosis code. Is it appropriate in the LCD policy, right? If LCD is not available, they will follow NCD, right? And the link I had given in the Excel sheet, you can go through that LCD policy, click on that link, it will take you through the LCD, and then you can download how to do a LCD. The point is the LCD I'm planning to cover next week, so I'm not getting into that detail. Otherwise, the video will become very big. The people ask me to do a video only for 10 minutes, right? They're so busy. So I'm doing only for 10 minutes now. Okay, this is the plan. The LCD, you can check it out. And if it is not fit in your LCD, okay, what do you need to do? You have to go back to your coding team and then fix it. That's the problem, right? See, for example, we'll take one scenario. The patient is admitted for vomiting, right? In the emergency room. Okay, this is what the claim getting denied as a non-covered service. Okay, NCR. Okay, so the question is for a vomit, why you are admitting a patient into a emergency room? That's the question. The claim is getting denied as a non-covered services, right? Non-covered services. This is what the denial is. The point is, vomiting cannot be your primary diagnosis, right? It may be secondary or tertiary, but vomiting is not your primary diagnosis. So in that scenario, what we need to do, we have a DX pointers. Okay, so what we need to do, your coders can give you the DX pointers. See, for example, my pointer is like this 1, 2, and 3. And then after the denial, okay, what they will give, they will ask you to bill like this 2, 1, and then 3. Okay, if you bill like this, your claim will get passed, right? It will get paid by the insurance company. So the problem, who is the problem here? The coding team, whatever they are saying, it's a diagnosis pointer is wrong. So what do you need to do? You go back to your pre-billing audit, fix the edit here. Okay, so now the technology has been improved a lot, right? You can do a Python scripting, very simple Python scripting, or you can do macro to identify these kind of problems from the charge report. You can fix it before your claim go out of the window. That's what you need to fix it, right? This is the major thing. The DX pointer is a one particular point. And second one, your procedure is not related to diagnosis code is not allowed to do for this particular procedure. In that scenario, LCD and NCD will be your major challenge which need to be fixed, right? So sometime what happened, I'll set everything correctly. Okay, the LCD policy is matching here, and there still the claim is getting denied as a non-covered. Sometime what happens, these people will require a medical record, right? So is everything is good, right? How can you ask me a medical record? We cannot ask that, right? That's a random check for a medical record. Every 10 patients, they have every right to ask for a medical. So that may be the challenges. If it is asking for a medical record, send it. and then reach out to your provider relationship rep, and then ask them why they are asking. If you escalate that continuously, your escalation for or request for a medical record will come down. See, we already have one more process in the additional documentation. In previous video we covered, there are a lot more way to send medical record before the denial itself. Start that process. So that will take you into the next. Okay, this is about coding. Okay, I'll just brief it what I discussed. So coding related non-covered service, it is majorly related to your DX. The first one, DX may be not fit into your LCD or NCD, it will get denied. So mostly your denial code will be 50. This is your denial code. And if it is coming to the coding, the diagnosis code one more time, the diagnosis code or the procedure cannot be mapped with the diagnosis code. For the example, what we talked about is a vomiting. We are admitting into the ER, claim is denied as a non-covered service because the vomiting cannot be a primary diagnosis. So we are going to change 213 instead of 123 pointer. We are going to change 213. Can I change it? No. You have to check the medical record. The coders need to give it. When they give it, fix the edit there. If that is your problem, fix the edit and then complete it. Right? This is about coding. See, now we are talk about the credentialing. I think the credentialing I didn't cover here, but I'll give an update. See, credentialing, when the doctor is becoming a PAR, right? You know what is PAR and non-PAR? Okay, I don't want to touch that now. We'll have a separate session for that. When the provider is becoming a contracted provider with any of the insurance, when he signed the contract, okay, they will say that what are all the CPT code, right? What are all the procedure he can do and what are all the procedure is allowed and then not allowed. They will give a complete list, okay, what he can do, what he cannot do. Okay, if the provider is going and then doing a non-allowed CPT code, non-allowed procedure, then what will happen? The claim automatically denied as a non-covered, right? So you have to be careful whether it is related to coding or it is related to your provider credential. So identify that correctly so that you can take action, right? So for example, I'm getting a credentialing continuously problem. Doctor is doing only the not allowed code. Then what do you need to do? Go back to the client and then say that, see, this is not allowed as per your contract. Why are you doing this? Right? That's why we have to discuss and then come to a conclusion, right? This is what we are going to see in the non-covered. So I'll go to the codes. Okay, what are all the codes is coming under the non-covered services? Okay, so here if you look into the non-covered, okay, so if you see, I have some duplication code will be there. That's what your number is again repeating. Okay, you can see the codes. What are all the codes are getting denied for this particular reasons? Okay, these are all the coding and these are all diagnosis code related your problems, and you can go through this particular description. It will give you the detailed information what we are going to do for this and then what action need to be taken. See, these are all one-time touch, right? So if for example, I'll take one code. Okay, so if a non-covered for the service provider, so I'll take this one as an example. Anesthesia is not covered for the service or a procedure. Okay, so you go to the code, right? It is denied as a 269. Okay, the 269, if it is getting denied, means what? Your doctor is not allowed to do an anesthesia or the CPT code does not need anesthesia. That's what the meaning is. Take the complete history of your billing, identify the trend, go back and then fix it. Right? So this will be a detailed list for you. You can go out and then check it. Okay, I put the complete coding I attached in the Excel. You can go out and then look into this. If any doubt, any clarification, you can post in the WhatsApp. I can clarify that. And if not, please start using this. Okay, this is the first set of coding related denial, which I want to cover with you guys. Okay, hope it will be clear. If any doubt, don't hesitate, ask, and then we all learn together. Okay.